Welcome to Retro Today, Boyan Dulabic here. Robocop 2 was released in 1990 with a budget of $14 million and made $45 million at the US box office. It was not as well received as the first one, even though it was directed by Irvin Kershner, who directed The Empire Strikes Back. To most people, including myself, it is considered the best Star Wars movie ever. However, Robocop 2 failed to live up to its predecessor. The movie opens a year after the events of Robocop 1, and we discover that the police has gone on strike, and the city of Old Detroit has further sunken into crime, prostitution, drugs, and brutal violence. Since all cops are on strike, gangs have taken over the city. In the opening scene, a gang of thugs robs a gun store, and when Robocop tries to stop them, they open fire on him. After shooting at each other, Robocop manages to kill them all. The main thug in the movie is Kane, a drug lord who has infested the city with nuke, a highly addictive drug. When Robocop manages to find Kane, he gets ambushed by his thugs. They start firing at him and manage to cut off his hand and then proceed to electrocute him. They then continue to torture Robocop by cutting him slowly into pieces, similar to the way Alex Murphy was killed in the original movie. After they finish torturing him, they drop off all the pieces right in front of the police department, where the cops are protesting. At first, the situation seems hopeless. However, OCP manages to put Robocop back together under the supervision of Dr. Fax. After being put together, Robocop and the rest of the police department go after Kane's gang. They manage to locate and ambush them. However, Kane manages to escape with a handful of his members. But Robocop manages to track him down. They find themselves in the middle of the road, Kane in his truck and Robocop on a motorcycle. They start driving toward each other and eventually collide. Robocop manages to severely disable Kane, who gets rushed into the hospital. In the meantime, Dr. Fax, who has been tasked to find a candidate for the next Robocop, simply called Robocop 2, she decides on Kane as a candidate. At the hospital, she pulls the plug on Kane. They rush him into surgery and start the procedure. Sometime later, CEO of OCP, simply called the Old Man, introduces Robocop 2 at a press event. However, Kane malfunctions and starts shooting at people. When Robocop shows up, all hell breaks loose. Now the two giants must face each other. The Blu-ray of Robocop 2 was released by ShoutFactory and has several great features. 2 audio commentaries are included. The first one is with CG supervisor Paul M. Simmons, who's very informative and provides lots of insights. The second one is with the team behind the documentary RoboDoc, the creation of Robocop. This one is not as informative, however, it is very fun to listen to. Corporate Wars is 32 minutes in length and is a great documentary that includes interviews with Paul M. Simmons, Patrick Crowley, executive producer, Phil Tippett, associate producer and stop-motion animator, John Davis, producer, director Irvin Kershner, Nancy Allen, who plays Lois, Tom Noonan, who plays Kane, and various other cast and crew members. It's an excellent and in-depth overview of the making of Robocop 2. There is a still gallery included, which shows images of deleted scenes, behind-the-scenes photos, posters, and more. OCP Declassified is 46 minutes in length and contains VHS archive interviews of John Davis, Irvin Kershner, Peter Weller, Dan O'Hurley, as well as some footage of behind the scenes. Several deleted scenes are also included, such as a graveyard of Robocop visiting his own grave. Adapting Frank Miller's Robocop 2 is 6 minutes in length and is an interview with Stephen Grant, who provides some insight and interesting thoughts on the plot and meaning behind the key scenes. Machine Parts is 32 minutes in length and offers great insight into the special effects by most of the key members of the special effects crew. Robo Fabricator is 9 minutes in length and is an interview with special effects designer James Bilhovac, who shares various memories on the set and his involvement in the project. All in all, if you're a fan of Robocop, this is a must-have addition to your collection. ShoutFactory did an amazing job with this Blu-ray release. For years, Robocop fans such as myself wanted some kind of making-of features on Robocop 2, and we finally got it. If you're interested in purchasing this movie, check out my links in the description. That's it for this review. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. Follow me on social media, just type in my name, Boyan Dulabic. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.